Commence primary ignition.
Before I begin, I want to remind everyone to hit the subscribe button below. That way you'll stay on the forefront of the best Star Wars news and reviews as soon as I make them.
Hi there friends, fans, and collectors. Welcome to another episode of Binary Sunset Review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Target exclusive retro prototype Rainbow Boba Fett. There's a bunch of different color layouts for this guy, and we're going to be taking a look at all the different variations. Now this figure was previously up for pre-order earlier this summer, and is now officially register unlocked everywhere around the country. In the East Coast, it actually was delayed a little bit a day. I only found one store with one of them. The rest said they were going to be getting them in the next week or so. These are actually available for pre-order again online, so I will leave the link below. This is the second year that Target has done these rainbow retro figures. The first year was Darth Vader last year, and now we have a Boba Fett variant. And this is just a really cool tradition that keeps on going. So it's fabulous that these figures are available. And it's really exciting that there are a bunch of different variations to them. This is a brand new figure for the summer of 2021, but the body and shell and idea of this figure is well over 40 years old. This originally was a mail-away figure way back in the day. It was also up as a Walmart exclusive, this specific figure, last year in the Empire Strikes Back card back. Now we are getting a completely repainted figure that we know and love, and character that always sells out. Last year's Darth Vader saw just a stronger card back for the 375 figure variant. You can see with the lighting, it's got this really holographic backing, a comic kind of card back, where this is actually, I'm not sure what comic series this is from, but it has the lithograph and the art bit. It is really a fantastic card back that, you know, I almost don't even want to break into it all. These figures are showing up in Target stores. I'm not sure if they're going to get an end cap. There are only 8 to a box and 6 to the different color variations. So I would recommend getting some online, but if you're not necessarily guaranteed what color you're going to get. So having your options be open to be checking the stores around you locally and being open to travel is one of the better ways to make sure that you can get the whole entire rainbow wave if you're so interested in that. Now, one primary difference that we are all noticing from the Darth Vader last year to this year is the missing Retro Collection sticker. Now, there was a big, nice holographic Retro Collection sticker that came with Darth Vader last year. It really would just block a lot of this amazing card back, but there are some affiliates out there who are printing the Retro Collection sticker. I know Old Republic Collectibles, I think, is the one out there. I'll leave that link below because I think it's a great idea for those of us that really want to have these San Diego Comic-Con exclusives kind of look similar as they go through the years. Now, as you can see, there is I'll move the light around. There's the backing is a holographic backing on top of the cartoon kind of image of Boba Fett himself, pointing his EE3 right at the lens there. Just a really cool image. We have the Star Wars double piping all around that image. The Luke and Leia famous logo is like a pink holographic. It's the uniqueness of this packaging. I really can't even begin to say how cool it is. So I like that this is continued through with Boba Fett. The carding is like, it is durable. It is like a double cardboard, whatever it is here. It is just, it's actually kind of the same integrity we were seeing with the carbonized vintage collection figures from Walmart. Just a stronger, tougher card back. Really nice to look at, and just really upholds well over time and just through some wear and tear of the stores. We have a much bigger canvas so we can see the Fett card back a whole lot better. Here we have a great holographic image of Return of the Jedi Boba Fett on here. So this is really just honoring Boba Fett through the ages with his comic book appearance, his on-screen appearance, and just really quite the fanboy figure, if I might add to myself. We have the same backing that we see with many vintage collection figures. We got the double piping, which is made pink with the holographic here, which is super cool. Tons and tons of legalese, and some amazing flavor text. This Boba Fett figure is inspired by the colorful prototypes that enabled the development team to look past the deco and focus on the sculpt, analyze mold alignment, and adjust for quality. So that's a really nice backing. So it's a prototype for the figure, not Boba Fett prototype armor. So there, for those of you who know the Fett Man, there's tons of different figure variations of him, but one of his most coveted kind of breakdowns is his prototype armor, which is the first time the armor was screen tested, and it was solid white, because he was supposed to be like a super stormtrooper at first. But so nice to hear the variation, and for those of us that have multiple Fetts on our shelf, it's nice that this is written out that's why this is called the Prototype Edition.
Here we have some first impressions of the retro Rainbow Boba Fett Prototype Edition. This figure is not known for its articulation, not known for its paint and design, but it is known for its uniqueness and its callback to just some of Star Wars figure history. So it's really more about the aesthetic than a design, and the design that we're going to talk about really is just the color variation and the particularly beautiful box art and card back. So this figure is in tandem with the San Diego Comic-Con. It's an exclusive that would have been at some of these conventions potentially, but Target is also doing them kind of like a spin-off, which I think is nice. And it's really, really cool to see any more variations of this retro Fett figure, because this figure design, as we know historically, was one of the hardest figures, one of the rarest figures, Star Wars figures out there. The firing missile in the backpack has always been just a controversial thing. Does it really fire? Does it not? This model does not. Articulation for this figure is pretty rudimentary. It's pretty great though still. We have a historic 5-point articulation. The accessory he comes with is kind of like the fabled blaster rifle accessory that we got with almost all the retro figures. So he's got a 5-point articulation. His left arm kind of goes up a little bit and down. His right arm is the one that holds the gun. And the legs move just a very, very minimally, as we would expect to see with some retro figures and as we would have expected to see with figures 40 years ago. So it's not about articulation, but we can see the color variation up close. And what I've come to discover is that the color of the missile is the same color as the right arm. So this Fett's got a purple right arm, which means his little missile is purple in the back. Just a nice different color variation here, but very minimal articulation. The head does turn. You can position his, you can exorcist his head all around if you want, and you can make him turn that way. I think that's just a really, really nice addition for articulation for these minimally moving 5-point figures.
So availability, there's a glitch right now. That will have to be one of my biggest cons. It's always there for the exclusives. It's what also makes them more special and more fun to be able to hunt. But I hope that over the long run, Target can really kind of, resupply these, because that's part of the fun also, is having everybody that really wants to have one be able to get one. Other pros for this guy have to come. I mean, Fett he's such a fan favorite. He's a great figure, and especially this design of him really does a great homage to just historically one of the most infamously hard to find figures and one of the rarest figures in Star Wars history, but also having a new spin, a new take on it. And, it's not lost and not forgotten that this also was debuted right before Pride Month, and it came out right as soon as Pride Month ends. And there's just something special about, having your favorite figures be in a rainbow form. If it means more to you, it doesn't mean more to you, that's fine, but for some it does, and it's just an extra added coolness that's just a really, really cool pro for this figure. And it's really, really fun to see through the years just the different changes and the amount of variations that we do get to the Boba Fett figure. I would certainly 2 thumbs up recommend this figure. The variations alone are really amazing. The card back, the quality of the card back, the exclusivity of it, just off the charts all over the place. It's such a nice figure. I hope you get your hands on yours, and it's great to see any kind of expansion into our favorite Fett Man as a figure. Thanks again for joining us for another episode of Binary Sunset Review. As always, I've been Mike. These are still up for pre-order. They are not available yet. There's kind of a glitch right now in the app, but I'm going to put the order link below, and keep your eye on it, because these are definitely amazing collector's items that you're not going to want to miss out on. Have a great day out there. I hope your hunting goes well. I hope your bounties get collected. Stay safe, stay sane, and remember, the Force will be with you. Always.
I'm just a simple man trying to make my way in the universe.